going on, guys? Freaky Trades here, bringing you another new weekly stock watch list. Before we get started, though, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the watch list. Pretty short week as well as far as what I have on the radar. But as far as earnings go, as you can see, we are starting to finally creep into really the good time during earnings week for quarters, right? So we got banks reporting this week. We should have either airlines, I think airlines report next week, and then after that we have tech earnings. Obviously, right here, looking at the earnings week, we have all the big banks reporting: BlackRock, JPM, Citi, and then of course you have TSM, Taiwanese semiconductor company. With that, though, that's going to be one of the first few tech companies that we'll be keeping an eye out for. So as far as earnings go, not interested as far as playing any stocks in this area besides TSM and see what that has to provide on Thursday before market open and seeing where that's moving. But besides that, nothing else is on my radar for this week. So it makes it pretty simple for us. Going into the watch list, I'll go ahead and start with the indexes. So with ES and NQ, I'm going to go ahead and delete this now. We obviously broke to the downside here. So pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward with what I'm looking at for these two indexes. With ES, I'm looking for a continuation below 5850 into 5800. Pretty simple. Don't see any other trend lines and any other time frames that we should keep an eye out for or really be worried about. So we're pretty good on that end. NQ, same story here. We can see that we finally broke below the 21,000 area. Obviously wicked, and we closed below it slightly. Not enough, though, to give me confirmation that we can finally start seeing more downside. But my trade idea for this week as far as NQ goes is a strong close below 21,000 for some more continuation to the downside. Obviously, with looking at 21,000, anything below that, I want to see us hit 20,900 and get more momentum or selling pressure down below that as well. See if we can get more downside in the market. So I know some stocks have some setups to the upside, some stocks have setups to the downside with what I have planned for you guys, but we can go ahead and dive and look into that. So first up is Tesla. Tesla is one of the very few scenarios where it's a little weird. This candle is a misprint. The low is around 384. I fixed it on my 1 minute time frame. As far as the other time frames go, I'm not going to go on each single time frame and fix it. But the low here is around 384, if you guys are curious. But as far as Tesla goes, though, I am really interested on this to the upside. Now, the safer entry would be around 402. I could look to take a trade at 400 or maybe an early position between 400 to 401, depending on how strong Tesla is if we decide to come up. This obviously held up decently well with the market sell-off, besides obviously on Friday morning when we caught that as stock hours as a group. But besides that, the recovery has been nice. And then as well along with that is the consolidation that we've been having below 400/402. So those are the two areas I'll be keeping an eye out for Tesla. As far as the downside goes, not too interested for the meantime. Upside is what I'm more focused on for the current time. Next up is NVIDIA here. If I go to NVIDIA here on the 4-hour, you can see, or even on the 4-hour daily chart, it doesn't matter. You guys can see, I've said this over and over again, that we have been in a major consolidation between 130 and 150. Obviously, we broke out, came all the way back down, had a major sell-off, and then vice versa with the sell-off when we finally broke 130, had a good sell-off, and then we ended up being bought back. So still in this massive range. Let's see what it'll be interesting to see what earnings will do to this stock. For the meantime, though, like I said, I know we are within a range, but this consolidation that we are currently developing above 134 is really nice to the downside. So realistically, I'd be looking at 134 as an entry, or if you guys want to play it safe as well, you could wait for the pre-market low here on this candle from 132.95. So realistically, the entry would be around 133. But the entry that I'm looking at for NVIDIA here would be at 134. So pretty straightforward, kind of like a flat bottom, not really, but you can see that this is the area where NVIDIA is being currently bought up from, and seeing some market divergence on NVIDIA. When it does have that market divergence, it's a really clean stock to trade. So that is something I'll be keeping an eye out for to the downside, along with the indexes, being more catered towards the downside than the upside. Like I said, Tesla is like one of the very few ones where it's not really like that. So looking at the rest of the watch list, though, I only had two more I wanted to cover. It was Meta and Microsoft. So Meta here had a crazy jump on Friday, crazy recovery from the sell-off it had. Obviously with the whole TikTok news surrounding it, and I think it's January 19th, if I'm not mistaken, of when TikTok will finally be banned in the US unless something happens. Meta's going to rally off of that. Realistically, on Meta, I'm not trading this until we get to get back to at least 630 or even the all-time high at 638. Those are the two areas I'm really interested on for this stock. As far as the downside goes, not interested at all on this. So only interested at 630 or if we get to 638. Those are the only two levels that I would like on Meta. Clearly far away. That's why it's on the side watch list, but it's something I wanted to cover with you guys with how strong of a move that had on Friday. So, and then last but not least is Microsoft. So Microsoft, if I put this on the 1 hour to 4 hour, you guys will be able to see what I'm talking about. Obviously, I'll put this in the 4 hour first for you guys. You can see how messy of an area this is on Microsoft, but Microsoft, those morning openings do happen to pay a lot. I mean, obviously, almost any stock does if you take the right direction on it, but Microsoft particularly because of the good spreads it generally has at open and the selling pressure that stock can have. So this is something I'll have on my radar. You can see that I'm currently looking at 415. It is a clean flat bottom at the current moment, but this is one of those stocks as well where if the market's down and if Microsoft's down with it, I may just skip it just because it's not giving me the confirmation that I need that this stock is weak and ahead of the market to give me the confirmation that this stock can fall more without the market's help. So that's why it's a side watch list, and I also don't trade Microsoft a lot for me to want to put this on my main watch list, but wanted to throw this one in for you guys as well. So, but like I said, guys, pretty short watch list. That is about all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and the watch list. Before you go, though, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'd really appreciate it here at Stock Hours. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a great week. Peace out.